The book is frozen. It's going to open in about 10 seconds if we go by the normal rules. It's not frozen. Are we closing? It really is an auction. They really keep yelling out at each other because they're going back and forth on the price right now.
Gotcha.
We're not there? So at Lyft, at 30.8 million shares at 62 to 68, take the midpoint of that deal. That's about $22 billion. The last round of funding was $15 billion. So we're talking about 50% move to the upside. And here, when you've got this 40% above the initial price, I mean, that sends a signal to everyone out, heavy demand.
Levi's is open at $22.22.
Levi's has opened at $22. $22.22. $22.22. Levi Strauss, the first IPO of 2019, the first substantive IPO of 2019, opens at $22.22. Remember the price talk on this? 14 to 16. Stock was priced at 17, opened at 22.22 on heavy volume. And folks, this is just the start of a potential record year. 234 IPOs out there potentially that could go public this year. $700 billion valuation, likely try to raise about $100 billion. If we get anywhere near those numbers, this would be a record year. And that's why there's so much excitement out there. After years of watching these unicorns essentially bottled up in the private market, a lot of them are now ready to go public. Next Friday at the NASDAQ, scheduled Lyft, as I mentioned, 30.8 million shares, 62 to 68. That would be close to $22 billion. Certainly that is a good signal what is happening here for Lyft. The issue is going to be 2, 3, or 4 months down the road when we get another 50 or 60 of them, and a lot of them try to push the valuations. That's when you're going to start seeing people push back a little. But for the moment here, a certainly successful IPO. And Carl, I see the CEO who's going to come over and talk to you in a moment. It's back slapping and about to ring the bell here. We have a beautiful little ceremony where they open and we'll be ringing the bell. So, guys, back to you.
Bob, in terms of the duration we had to wait for the opening trade, I'm thinking back, I mean, Visa was the famous case, remember, where it took forever and ever to open, but this was close.
Yeah, Snap, Alibaba, Twitter, big names with big demand take a while. And some desks are very careful about it, too. They want to make sure everyone who wants to put in a bid gets a chance to put in a bid. And again, this is a giant poker game. It makes a difference between whether you buy 10,000 shares at 22 or you buy them at 21.50. And there are people waiting at the end saying, nah, they're going to drop the price. They're going to drop the price because I want to buy low. Remember, that's the game. And it didn't. This was a slow, steady, upward progression throughout the whole morning. There was no point at which suddenly they saw a drop in interest and they had to lower the indicative price. That's a sign of pretty strong demand. At the end, they got it essentially at the high end of the indication price.